And in the meantime, I belong to you for 35 years. You should be ashamed of how passively you're sitting passively by.
Trump's defense had a bad day in court, and now his top allies, including his son, are having an absolute meltdown outside of the courtroom, attacking the media, giving performative speeches. They're all wearing their Donald Trump suits and red ties, which I find incredibly creepy. They're even attacking Judge Merchan's daughter. These people are not kissing the ring, they're sucking the ring off of Donald Trump's finger and vying for his attention.
While the credibility of one of the most revered American institutions, the judicial system, is crumbling in front of your eyes. Where is your passion? Where is your impartiality?
She's partially right about the judicial system crumbling in front of our eyes, in the sense that we have a former president who thinks it's okay to attack the judge's daughter, use his leverage within the media to intimidate the jury, use allies to circumvent his gag order so they can attack the judge's daughter. It is a total disrespect of our legal and judicial system, and Donald Trump has largely gotten away with it besides some fines. But the especially creepy part was pointed out by Aaron Rupar, who tweeted, "They're all wearing their dear leader costumes outside the courthouse," pointing out that all of Trump's allies have been copying his dressing style. They've been wearing suits with red ties so they can look like Donald Trump. I have a clip of Donald Trump Jr. incoherently rambling, but first, watch this clip of Donald Trump's former White House strategist, Sebastian Gorka, throwing a fit outside of the courthouse.
He is the only person who can replace the incumbent senile old man, and we know that this judge is working on behalf of the Democrats. Why are you hiding this document, Judge Merchan? I'm going to put it on the internet today. What are you hiding, Judge Merchan? Sorry, Governor.
No.
All of these people are essentially treating this as tryouts to be in Trump's cabinet. They want to be some sort of spokesperson. But just a week ago, that same dude, Sebastian Gorka, was destroyed to his face by liberal commentator Stephen Bennell when Gorka asked what could be worse than Biden's term right now. Stephen successfully defends Biden and takes Trump down. You need to watch this clip.
In terms of what would you do if you wanted to make the country worse? I mean, I can think of several things. I would encourage my supporters to lead an insurrection on the Capitol. I would try to say that the election results weren't real. I would claim that the election was fake before even coming into office, which he did before his first term. I'd probably start to gain notoriety or popularity in the political world by suggesting that the current president was born in Kenya, not the United States. A lot of people forget, but that's how Trump initially picked up his popularity. It was with the birth certificate stuff with Barack Obama. When you talk about wanting to fundamentally change this country, I don't think Biden wants to do that. I think Biden genuinely loves the United States. I look at somebody like Donald Trump, who undermines basically every single part of this country, whether it's the legal and judicial system, whether it's trust in the voting process, it's NATO, whether it's U.S. Impressions or the U.S. reputation abroad. Trump fundamentally has no respect for any part of this country. That's why he suggested suspending the Constitution so that he could look for voter fraud. It's why before getting elected, he said that people that burn the flag are one of our most important First Amendment protected rights, should have their citizenship stripped from them, which is insane. And I would also probably try to undermine the current sitting president and the current sitting Congress by telling them that they're not allowed to get things done on the border, because if we keep that as a real problem, it'll help me in the next election cycle, which is why we weren't able to pass any bipartisan border legislation to actually fix the asylum problem that we have right now that the current government's hands are tied on.
That was a brutal takedown, but here's a clip of Donald Trump Jr. saying that he actually sees a massive amount of support for his father when he's in New York in the form of people throwing thumbs up at him, but they have to hide the thumbs up. I'm guessing they're flashing a different finger at him.
You still have to deal with. That's the reality. When I'm in New York, the amount of people that show support is actually huge, but they do it like this. It's like a thumbs up, hidden under their jacket, so that no one else could possibly see. That's what it is. So they understand, they're supportive, they understand the policies always work, they understand.
Yeah, I can almost guarantee you that is not happening, but the meltdown outside the courtroom continues as Trump allies give these performative speeches, even claiming that Donald Trump is currently the sitting president.
And we're here because we are friends of Donald Trump, the president of the United States. And when a friend is in trouble, friends have his back.
A few things. You guys aren't his friends. He does not care about you. He's using you as pawns to spread his message, and they know that. They just want to get a spot in his administration. It's very transactional. But secondly, if Donald Trump were the sitting president right now, that would mean he's in his second term, and he would be running for a third term, which is by definition unconstitutional, but we know that they don't care about the Constitution. Here's a clip of them continuing to scream at the press outside of the court.
They want Donald Trump to disappear. They want to send him to jail. They want to take him off the main stage because they know here's their biggest danger to taking the ruling class down. No, you know what? Donald Trump is not the ruling class. Donald Trump is for every New Yorker. He's for every Texan, every state. Donald Trump has put his whole life on the line, for the American people. When he came down that escalator, he probably had no idea that he was going to be called to be the man in the gap to stand up for Americans. And he's standing up for you, even if you don't know it. I don't know who's next.
Would a member of the ruling class be facing 730 years in prison? What a pathetic question. 730 years in prison, and he's a member of the elite? That's pathetic. You're not a journalist.
That was Sebastian Gorka telling a member of the press that they are not a real journalist because they dared to say that Donald Trump is a member of the ruling class himself, which is true. Donald Trump is rich. He's a so-called billionaire. He was the president of the United States. He flies around in private jets and lives a lavish lifestyle where he mingles with other celebrities. He is by definition a part of the establishment. He's just conned parts of the population into thinking, oh, he's a common man. He's just like us. But just to recap what happened inside the courthouse today, the defense rested its case in Donald Trump's criminal hush money trial on Tuesday, that's today, after roughly 90 minutes of testimony and without the former president taking the stand. Trump's attorneys called two witnesses, a paralegal who entered phone records into evidence and Robert Costello, an attorney who was in talks with Michael Cohen to represent him after the FBI raided his home and office in 2018. And here are the key takeaways from the final day of testimony. Trump didn't take the stand. Publicly, Trump left open the prospect that he could testify in his own defense, but his attorneys had always seemed to discount the possibility. The most important defense was the Cohen cross-examination. The cross-examination of Cohen, the prosecution's final witness, lasted 8 hours, roughly 4 times as long as the entire defense presentation. All of my partners over at MeidasTouch have repeatedly said that is a rookie move. You want the cross-examination to be quick, swift, and powerful, but the defense did the exact opposite. They drug it out for an 8-hour cross-examination, which honestly makes the jury bored. We even saw that. Costello had a bumpy ride. Costello's testimony in front of the jury Monday quickly devolved into tension between Costello and the judge. Mershon cleared the courtroom to scold Costello for eye rolls and mutterings about the judge's ruling that limited what he could say on the stand. Closing arguments are now set for Tuesday. Now the jury will get a week off thanks to the Memorial Day holiday, with closing arguments set for next Tuesday. A verdict is possible by the end of next week. What a wild time to be alive. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, comment a blue heart if you made it this far, hit that subscribe button. Most importantly, have a great day, everybody.